Thank you for tuning into Tanaka TV, the best and future biggest fight channel on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like, that comment, that subscribe button. We are trying to get this channel to over 1K by the end of the year. And I am super confident that we can do that, but this channel cannot do that without your support. So thank you for those who support this channel currently, and thank you for those who will support this channel in the future. I truly appreciate every single last one of you. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of beef that's been going on between Colby Covington and Ian Machado Gary. Now, Ian just came out with a recent statement saying about Colby, "You're not America's favorite fighter. What you are is a peak underperformer. I challenge you to an I quit match where one of us has to say I quit. And whoever says the words I quit has to retire. Gloves off, center of the octagon. Sayonara." My friend, ooh, a little bit of Japanese there, huh? "I'm going to be the final chapter in your legacy of failure. I'm going to rid the UFC of Colby Covington for good. And I'm going to make MMA great again." Now, I think that this was a very interesting statement by Mr. Machado Gary. And if you aren't up to date with what's been going on between these two gentlemen, there's kind of been going back and forth between the two, kind of talking smack, and I think that it's going to eventually lead up to a matchup between these two. Colby Covington's been talking about Ian's wife and how he is in his relationship, saying that, you know, I don't know if I can say this word on YouTube. Maybe calling him a cuck. Okay. And Ian does not take that lightly. I think that's one of his soft spots, you know, talking about the man's wife. As you know, look, that can easily be any man's soft spot, right? Talking about his wife, and then you go ahead and say that he's a cuck. Now, I don't know for sure what goes on in Ian's relationship. He could be into that kind of stuff. That's his business. That's his prerogative, okay? I'm not here to shame anybody on their preferences. All I'm saying is, whether it's true or not, Ian clearly didn't like it. And we all know how Colby Covington is. He's that kind of guy that will hit your soft spot. Whether it's out of line or not, he's going to say it. Remember what he said to Leon Edwards about his father, wasn't it? Which I think was probably one of the lowest statements ever made by a UFC fighter. There have been a lot of crazy statements made in the UFC, but I think that one about Leon's father, who has passed away, was out of line. Not even a bit out of line. It was big out of line. Even Dana White thought that that was out of line. But getting back into this, I think that I don't know if Colby Covington will take this offer. Now, knowing Colby, he's going to think about it because Colby Covington has a big ego. And he's not going to want Ian to get a one-up on him, especially in the trash-talking department. And so we're going to hear a return statement from Colby Covington any day now. Now, who would I have winning this matchup? I'm just going to be honest. Well, before we get into the matchup, let me say this. Is Colby Covington America's favorite fighter? I'm going to sit here and say no. But I'm also going to say I don't think America has a favorite fighter. There are so many American fighters and so many preferences that don't even deal with them being American. And even if an American has a favorite fighter and he just so happens to be American, that's usually not the reason why they like that fighter, right? They're going to like their personality or their fighting style, things of that nature. At the bottom of that list is probably going to be the fact that they're American. I'm just going to keep it real for y'all. I think America is not like Brazil or how China can be or Russia, how they can be. America moves a little bit different. We for sure love to support our fighters, but I don't think we show the same kind of support that other countries that I've just named do. Now, that's all I'm going to say about that. America does not have a favorite American, like a representative of America when it comes to Americans and their love for the UFC and their love for UFC fighters. There are plenty of Americans who their favorite fighter was Anderson Silva. Their favorite fighter was Fedor Emelianenko. It has nothing to do usually about them being American. Now, who do I have winning this fight? With all that being said, I'm going to give it to Colby Covington. I think Colby is a much more well-rounded fighter. He's a much more game fighter. I think Colby can strike with him, and it's very hard to put away Colby Covington when it comes to the striking department. And he has a much better grappling base than Ian Gary. And Colby can push the pace on him. And I was not by any means that impressed by Ian Gary's performance, by his last performance, even though he got the win. But we were expecting him to blow out his last performance, to truly show out, because Ian talks a lot, and he can talk pretty good. And so you expect things from him. He underperformed. With that being said, I think Colby Covington can get the job done here. Now, I don't think Colby has been showing his best self lately, but I think he still has enough to beat Ian Gary. Now, comment down below, guys, how you feel about this matchup. Who do you want to see this fight? And who do you have winning this fight? And do you think America has a favorite fighter? I don't know. So, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.